Hello, it's Stuart here, classical record collector. I also sell classical records from my website, lpclassical.co.uk. So I bought this record from a charity shop. I did a video on it and a Van Damme record, which I also bought yesterday, talking about them. And some of you have commented that, this particular record is actually fairly special. 1973 French record of quite pioneering attempt to record early English music. So if we think that companies like Archive, Hyperion, and who else is there, which other labels in the 80s started doing more of this early music, I can't remember offhand, but Conifer, I think they did some early music, and there were some others, but this French label, Arion, was apparently quite pioneering, and this record is beautifully produced. The only problem is that whoever had it has decided to preserve it by putting this plastic stuff around it, and actually it's quite elaborately done. He's even taped inside. Now I want to get this plastic stuff off because I understand why people do it. The same reason that they do it with a dust jacket with books. They want to preserve it, and that's fine. But over a period of time, it starts to yellow, the tape yellows, and I don't really like the look of it. And if I'm going to sell this, which I might do, I want to really sort of get it back to what it looked like when it came out of the shops. And I'm going to take a risk and try and take this stuff off. So let's have a go at it. I've got a Stanley knife. Here's the record. I've already actually started a bit. So I'm going to see how carefully I can get this off. If I come across any sticky tape, which is on the record itself, that is going to have to be very, very carefully removed and probably maybe wetted in order to get it off. So I'm going to just see how much of this I can get off to have a look at how we can improve the record without damaging it. So it's actually not easy, because you can easily slip with a Stanley knife and score through and cut the actual jacket itself, which would be fairly disastrous. But I'm still would much rather not have this protective stuff on it. So I'm just sort of being as careful as I can. There are probably people out there who would be better at doing this than I am. I don't often do this, so it's sort of experimental in that sense. If I can just get this whole length off, I can then maybe pull the rest of it out. So let's just keep going with this, being careful. So with the blade, I'm actually going away from the jacket surface. There's actually quite a convenient line, and it's coming away fairly easily. Because let's face it, the jacket is one of the beautiful things about an LP record, especially if the artwork is nice and it's well produced and it's laminated and it's all sort of shiny and everything, the way it was when it came out of the shop. So if you think that this was 1973, that's a heck of a long time ago. How long ago is that? It's 50 years, isn't it? 51 years. Okay, so I've managed to get it off along the spine. Let's now see if I can pull it out. No, I can't. And the reason is, I can't believe this, whoever's had this record, he's actually pushed it inside and taped it. So that is going to be quite tricky. What can I do here? I know. I'm going to go along the top edge now and see at least if I can get everything off, maybe excluding that bit on the inside. So I'm just showing you, obviously the point of me, I might as well just angle the laptop cam down a bit just so you can see what I'm doing. Very, very carefully doing this. I mean, really, it's not a valuable record, so in that sense, what I'm doing here economically doesn't really make much sense, but it's just the principle of it, and because it is a very nice, unusual item. I don't know how common this record is in France. I suspect not that common, because I can't imagine there was much demand for early English music in France in the 70s. Okay, so now we've got to a stage where I'm going to have to, yep, I'll just do that again. I'll try and get as much of it off as I can. As for the tape part on the inside, I'm not decided yet what I'm going to do with that. Oh, look. Wow. Nice one. Nice, nice, nice. It's really starting to come off now, to the extent that all we've got is this bit on the inside. I think I can safely tear it off, which I have done. Yep. Okay, so there we are. That's gone. And what have we got left? We have got... What have we got? Oh, it's not a gatefold, is it? No, it's not a gatefold. Okay, wait a minute. What's going on here? Now, okay. Now, what am I going to do? It looks to me like... I think that what I'm going to have to do is, if I just cut there, make a cut there, and the rest of it, I don't know what to do there, because it's on the inside. There's actually tape, and I know that if I try and pull that tape out, it's going to damage the inside. Let's see if I can show you my problem. So there it is. I've got some, can you see it? It's taped there. The problem is if I pull that, it's going to tear the inside of the jacket. So I know that the inside can't really be seen, but I don't want to do any significant damage. So I think that probably what I'm going to do is, no, that's not going to do it. I think probably the most reasonable thing to do with that, actually, if I make a cut here, just to release it. Okay. All right. Okay, now suddenly it comes open. Is this a gatefold? Let's have a look. Well, it's like a kind of... Okay, so it actually comes out like that. I've got a feeling that that's probably how it was... That's how it was sold. Like this, like a kind of gatehold. By the way, look at what superb condition. Okay, whoever bought this has done a great job of preserving it, and I'm grateful to the person for actually doing that. It's in absolutely pristine condition. Can you see it? Look at that. Nice and shiny, beautiful condition. And I think I'm justified in removing that because it can be kept in good condition without having to use that protective cover. So all I've got here now is this length of tape on the inside. Can any of you suggest how to get that off? Maybe wet it a bit or just cut as much off as I can. You can see where it's taped, where it's yellowed there. So that's the question really, what to do with that part. But anyway, so I mean, there's the inner sleeve, the accompanying booklet, which is in superb condition. I suspect that then, oh, sorry about that. It's the light is shining. That slips into here probably. No, it doesn't. Let's take the record. I suppose the record goes into this flap, if I can get it in. Yeah, it's kept in place by that flap, no doubt. Is it going to go in? Yes, it is. So I've got that in. Yeah, so the record goes in there like that. And then the booklet also goes into the flap and is secured like that. It's secured. So you can see that both of them are actually in there. And then this just simply comes across. Okay, so I need to then, there's still some tape there sticking out at the bottom. I now need to decide what to do with that tape, which is on the inside. So anyway, there we are. Beautifully preserved. You know, how does that look? Let me know what you would do with the tape which is on the inside. So I'll leave it at that, but I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. I think that counts as a success. I've got that off really without causing any damage. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.